All right, Terry. Okay, so we're going to go through some questions. And like I was explaining to you, we've got ownership that's not local. So this is their way of participating in the interview. And I know you're nervous, but don't be, because it's nothing you can't answer, I'm sure, based on our conversation. So tell me a little bit about yourself and what skills and knowledge you think you can bring to our team.
All right, this is something I've did all my life. Been a maintenance supervisor at Bellarmine University for, 22 years. As far as scheduling, PMs, organizing the guys and, getting them out to do their daily tasks and checking back on them. And as far as, I'm nervous.
Don't be. So you were telling me about some of your qualifications
Yes, ma'am.
and certifications.
I've been OSHA training at the campus. It's big, for safety.
Sure.
Real big safety, things. We have safety meetings, 4 times a year. I try to have with the guys.
Right.
Actually, I got 14 guys under me at this point.
Oh, wow.
And, safety's a big issue,
Sure.
because everybody's always getting, if you ever deal with workman's comp, I mean, it's
I have.
it's a deal in itself. As far as knowledge on heating and air, years ago, I taught at Ivy Tech, and I was at the golf house at that point. I mean, this is years ago.
Right.
And, I was at night classes. I taught just basic HVAC and refrigeration. And then, I left the golf house, and then I went to Bellarmine University. I was at the golf house like 15 years, I want to say.
Oh, wow.
I've been at Bellarmine for 22, and I'm not a job hopper. I mean,
Right. No, it's not.
I want to, that's just the nature of me, I guess.
Absolutely. Well, how would you define leadership if you've been in a supervisor role for a while?
I think you got to lead by example, for one. I mean, you need to be there before your guys get there in the morning. You need to, let them see you're staying late when they're gone home.
Right.
And just, you got to lead by example, and be fair about it. I think it's a big thing.
I think so. Have you ever had a conflict with a coworker that you can think of, and can you give an example of a conflict you've had with a coworker and how you would, or how you did handle it?
In discipline, I've had written people up. I have let people go.
Right.
I always try to be fair. It's just the corner of the scenario. I mean, it's bad to say, but some guys, if they keep this up, they come in late. I had a guy that's coming in late every day.
Right.
And then, I took a couple seminars too, on this. So I kind of bring them in and ask them, what can I do to get you here? Act like you're kind of doing them a favor to get them to come in. And sometimes that works, and sometimes it don't. I mean, I don't know what to say.
No, I hear you.
But I am from old school.
Right.
I mean, I feel like if you're paying a man to do 8 hours work, you want to get your money's worth.
Absolutely. I agree. And you were talking about your guys making mistakes, and I mean, obviously, I'm sure you probably made a mistake at some point in your career.
And making a mistake, it's going to happen in this field. I mean,
sure, absolutely.
The biggest thing is they learn from it and don't repeat that mistake.
Can you think of a mistake that you made that had a significant impact on your company or your team, and what was it, and how you fixed it?
I tell you what, when I started working at Bellarmine University, we had a big sewer backup.
Those are fun, aren't they?
Oh, they're terrible. And this was in a big dining hall.
Oh, perfect.
And we had to rent a backhoe and jackhammer the floor up. When my boss left on that Friday, he said, "Now, when you get down there, I want you to patch this part of the line." And this is Saturday. This is sometimes Saturday because we run all night.
Sure.
The building. We get down there where I found out the line was worse further on. I should have called my boss and said, "I'm going in the next room and jackhammer the floor up." And I did that, and then I kind of got it rimmed, but it was the right thing to do, but it's the wrong time to do it.
Sure.
I don't know
you just didn't execute the proper channel.
And I didn't follow through with communication.
Sure.
So, And I learned a great lesson there. Communications is key one, you know,
I would
you
agree
gotta
with
be, you gotta keep communications open.
Absolutely. So you've been, obviously, you're mostly supervisor experience, like in a team environment, you choose to, a leadership role?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then how do you handle criticism, Terry?
I think very well. I mean, I've had my shares of, you know, not, getting criticized on.
Sure.
And, you know,
So would you say that you handle it well and you?
I think I'm very thick-skinned, and criticism is good sometimes, because sometimes you fall into a pattern, and if you look at it, like, Terry, you're doing this and this, and then you might feel bad at the time, but then you look at it, and you're like, damn, I am doing that,
I completely agree.
So sometimes criticism's good, it's helpful,
I think so. Hey, everything I've learned has been the hard way. Something with a lot of things.
The hard
for
knocks, yes, ma'am.
So, what can a company do for their employees so that their employee turnover ratio can, I guess, I'm assuming it's employee turnover ratio can be maintained?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I've learned a lot through the years, and all the time, it's just, you gotta make your employees feel wanted, I think. Make them wanna come in. The worst thing it could be is if you hate where you work.
Absolutely.
I mean, you gotta love where you're working, and, you gotta wanna come in. I mean, if you come in every day and you're like, oh, hell.
Right.
And, it's just no good. I mean, you gotta wanna be there and give that atmosphere that,
Absolutely. So how do you motivate your team members?
mainly, like me, I try to appraise my guys, and the worst thing you can do is just, I don't know, because being a supervisor, I know it sounds silly, but you're almost like a psychiatrist. Because you're here. I got 14 guys coming at me, and this and here's got marriage problems, and being, with the guys, you got to be confident, and they don't want everybody knowing their business, and let them know that you care about them, and.
Absolutely.
And it gets tough sometimes because, you got a lot of different personalities, and
14's a lot of people to manage.
14's a lot of people. And,
A lot of different personalities, and
Yes,
I would
ma'am.
agree with you based on, especially some of our management talks around.
yes.
What would be 3 things that you would need to be successful in this job?
I think, support from whoever I'm answering to.
Mm-hmm.
And, let's see, 3 things. I think, God help me,
You're good.
I'm
This
sorry.
Is, no, I asked this question because it's on the list, and it's one of those ones that I'm just, at first glance, I wouldn't know how to answer. I wouldn't know.
think, I think support, and then, just if I had an idea and said, look, I run it past you, and just, I think I should run everybody, whoever I'm answering to, I'm going to keep them informed. But
Sure.
You can't keep stuff from your, it's the worst thing ever.
Communication, just like you said earlier, is the
big.
best.
And the only thing I can think of right now is, being supportive and open communications with each other.
I think that sounds great. Now, if I was to talk to one of your previous supervisors, what would they maybe tell me would be an area you would need to improve on?
Computer skills.
Okay, me too, a little bit, I'm telling you.
When I started at the university, I didn't even know what a computer was.
Right.
Everything was paper.
Right.
And now 90% of my job's computer.
Right.
And it's just, just doing our work orders and, just assigning work orders to the guys.
Right.
And I'm still, I still need work on it.
Sure.
I can get in and do my job, but I'm still not comfortable.
Right. Well, we use a software program for property management called Yardi. And right now we are actually putting the work orders and printing out the paper. I call them tickets. I'm old school too.
Yes.
So I print out the tickets. Eventually there will be an application that through this program called mobile maintenance, so that the work orders would go right to the phone, and then the guys could just do them in the order that they come
But
in.
basically, that's something like we got right now. They call it School Dude.
Right.
And actually, the students can put in, and it comes directly to me as a supervisor.
Right.
Then I assign it to my guys as necessary.
Right.
So,
And I've I've worked on this mobile maintenance app before, and I've done it two different ways. One where the supervisor signs the work orders,
Right.
and then I've worked on one where it's like, you just pick up the next work order that's in the list, unless it's something, like
Right,
HVAC
emergency.
and you're not good, or it's an emergency or what have you. So, what are your long-term motivations in a company? What are you looking like? How do you see yourself? So, what are your goals? I guess.
I mean, like I say, everywhere I've been there a long time.
Right.
Working at Bellarmine has been a great pleasure. I mean, I love working there. But like I say,
What do you like about it? That's not on here, but I just am curious.
at Bellarmine, it's just the atmosphere.
Uh-huh.
When the president passed, but he kind of made it, it's just like, it was a good place to come in and work.
Right.
I mean, the atmosphere was, and it was family first, I guess.
Right.
The biggest thing.
What's something you don't like about it?
What I don't like about it now, it's just that, I guess, the change. Like I say, my boss had hired me in, he passed, the president passed, and they got a new group coming in, and then, I know change is good sometimes. Sure. I'm not saying that, it's just that they got a different idea than what I got, and I don't know, I think I got 10 years left in me or so, and
right.
But like I say, I just want to go somewhere where I felt like I could be utilized. And,
Sure.
I mean, I'm
Appreciate it.
a very honest guy. Like I say, I don't know.
You're good. Do you work well under pressure?
Yeah, very well. I think it's one of my strong points.
Okay.
As far as, just leaving one task to another. I mean, you gotta do it in that field, especially where we're at now. I mean, we might be over here and the toilet's backed up. You might have a power outage over here.
Right.
And, we gotta be able to pick up and go, and you gotta prioritize what's first, you know what I'm saying?
Sure. And student housing, while it's got a lot of
It's-
parallels
Yes.
and differences, I mean, there are many more similarities to multifamily than not, I would say.
And like I was telling you, I got a little bit of experience but it's been years ago at Medford Property Company at Woodsville Apartments. I can't remember how many units they had. It was 200-something units over there, I think. But so I'm very familiar with what you got going on. I feel like I can.
Sure. Let's see. How do you feel about reporting to someone younger than you, or if you had a lady boss? I love that expression. I had an employee that used to call me lady boss.
Lady
Lady
boss.
boss. That's what he called me. That's what I was in his phone as. So I just love it.
Yeah.
Like, so how would you feel about reporting to a woman or someone younger than you?
If you don't care, I'll tell you a little story.
Okay.
I was maintenance supervisor at the golf house.
Uh-huh.
Had a guy working for me. He leaves. He quits. Says he's going to work at Bellarmine.
Uh-huh.
Well, there it was, 34 years later, he calls me, wanting to know if I want to make the supervisor job, and he's my boss, Brian Fott.
Uh-huh.
He's young.
Right.
So as far as, it's the position I respect,
Would you rather be liked or respected?
respected.
Why?
Just, respect I think is what it's all about. I mean, everybody ain't gonna like me.
Right.
And but they need to respect me.
Sure.
Because when you have guys test you in my field, they think, oh well,
Oh, I know all about that.
and then you just gotta show them respect. Sometimes you gotta be firm, and then they'll respect you and be consistent. And I think that's the biggest thing. If you can't, like when you're managing that many people, you can't let this guy here slide on something. Be consistent across the table. I don't care if it's a man, woman. Just be consistent.
I agree with you. Now, if your boss asked you to jump, would you ask how high, or would you ask why do you want me to jump?
I would try to do everything I could. He's my boss, and I was a firm believer. My boss might not be always right.
Right.
But he's my boss.
So, hey, I hear you.
And if that's what he wants me to do.
Good. Well, I think that's a good answer. The last thing I'll ask you, because I know the camera makes you nervous,
Yes.
I'm hoping to still I charged it, is why should we hire you? You tell me. I'll put the paper down, you can just talk
All
to me.
right,
Tell me about it.
I feel like I can bring a lot to the table,
Mhm.
especially with my experience, my supervisor experience.
Sure.
I'm very, I want to say organized.
Mhm.
And, I'm really good like at scheduling stuff, coordinating, and knowing what task needs to be done.
Right.
And I feel like that I would be a good asset for y'all. Very easy to get along with, very dedicated. If I'm here, I'm dedicated. I don't care if it's midnight. I've been on call for 22 years.
That's, I mean, I've been on call my whole career.
So, yeah, I'm very dedicated to my, but
Now, do you live close by to the property?
I live right in Shepherdsville.
And then you used to live on site here?
Actually, when it first opened, I lived in this apartment right by the pool.
Gotcha, nice.
And I think I lived here a couple years, then I bought that house, and then, but yeah.
So you're familiar with inside the shelter?
Yes, I am.
Do you have any specific questions for me?
I'm just, this is a big career, or I don't want to say career, but I guess a career move for me, and the stability, I guess,
Sure.
with the company is big for me.
Right.
I know that I ain't gonna get the time off that I got now,
Right.
and I'm fine with all that, but just knowing I got a job, the stability of it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And health insurance, I mean, I got questions, but I guess that's fine.
Right. But like as far as the roles, and I think that
My roles, I didn't know. I know that when I did the online thing, they said how to be over 5 techs, and I didn't know who we answered to. You explained that to me, so that's fine. And that's about the only thing I got. I think if you hire me, I'd take a load off of you, and I think it would be my job to,
Sure.
to relieve the pressure off of you, and that you had confidence that, all right, I gave this to Terry, and it's going to get done,
Right.
and it's going to get done right. I'm big on doing it right the first time.
I didn't even ask you my favorite maintenance question, and it's not even on the list. I ask it every time we maintenance interview. I say, okay, so there's HVAC, plumbing, electric, pools, all that. What are you the best at?
The best at, I think, is motivating staff, and I think that, and teaching. I think I'm a good teacher in the field. Not that I know it all,
Right.
but I mean, I know a lot about a lot. You know what I'm saying?
What is your strongest maintenance area?
I would have to say HVAC.
What's your weakest?
Weakest would probably, gosh, I would say I don't like plumbing. I don't know why. I can do it.
Hey, I can think of a million reasons you probably don't like plumbing.
I mean, but as far as I'm just.
You can do it, you
I
just
can
don't
do it.
prefer not to.
Yes, ma'am.
It's kind of like drywall, I would say.
Yeah.
Anybody can
Now,
do
drywall,
drywall.
patching holes, I can do all
Well,
that.
see, anybody can do that, but not everybody's good at it.
Hey, exactly right.
And it's
everybody
like-
think, oh, when you see somebody do it, you're going, oh, hell, I can do that.
No,
But,
yeah,
it
exactly. You
takes,
gotta be, there's,
you gotta,
I always ask somebody, I'm like, you can do drywall, but can you do it well?
I got
That's
a
the
good
big
old
thing.
man carpenter working for me, and he's just slow, but he's just steady going. And I watch him build. I mean, he actually built furniture and stuff. And I'm like, man, I can do that. Then you look at it, he makes it look so easy.
Oh, yeah,
You know what
I'll
I mean?
tell you.
And I love people like that.
Right.
It just makes it look so easy.
Just, hey, good craftsman. I used to run job sites before I got into
Yeah.
property management, so I know all about all
But
different.
I do think
grades.
that, as far as developing the staff, I think I could bring a lot in that area. I don't know what we got to work with, but I don't think they can pull the wool over my eyes. You got some guys that will or
Sure.
try,
Sure.
and that's
And like I explained it, we're kind of restructuring some things and, trying to get the right people in place that can do what you're saying, motivate staff and get everything so that we're working as a team, but, all, it's more structure to, towards a common goal. And the common goal is, this is where.
we're a team.
Calls
Customer service.
Absolutely.
I mean, these are these people's homes.
Absolutely, I'm very big on that.
And I think it's a big thing, and you got to be. You gotta be trustworthy, you gotta be polite, you gotta
Sure.
treat people how you wanna be treated.
I agree with you. Well, I'm gonna turn the tape off now, Terry, so you can
Thank
stop
goodness.
sweating.
Thank goodness.